Well, hello there. How are you? Today I think I'm going to forego the fanfare. This is a somewhat serious shave because our friend Russell Barton that makes the Wild West Shaving Company soaps, he's in the hospital. You may know this. He had a heart attack. He's doing fine, but we're all wishing him well, and there is a fund on Facebook if you'd like to help defray his medical expenses because the man doesn't have insurance. And well, anyway, I'm doing a shave in his honor, as are several other people have been doing this too. So the first thing I'll show you here is the soap I'm going to be using. It's the Wild West Shaving Company's Gin Tonic soap, one of his relatively newer soaps there. And its scents, its scents of juniper berry, coriander, grapefruit, black pepper, bergamot, I guess, and amber. So that's going to be the Wild West Shaving Company Gin and Tonic soap. Now, I've already prepped my face and let this absorb the Village Barber shaving oil is what I've used there. And my brush is going to be this Vie-Long horsehair brush, which I've already lathered up. And I've had the soap in my pretty little scuttle here. So I'll get going here. And I hope you're all doing well out there. I'll try to get a lather started. Might just wet this brush just a teeny tiny little bit, not much at all there. And here I go. Very nice soaps Russell make. These lather pretty well. Very well, actually. Yep, that's really nice. I haven't used this soap yet. I had gotten it, let's see, a month or two ago, and I have been getting so many soaps and things that I haven't had a chance to use them all. But I'm going to get this started here. I didn't show you what my razor is, but I'll show you that in a second. Oh, finish getting lathered here. Set that aside and kind of wash my hand off. Got a little excess soap on my hand. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this until I take it out of the case, because the only bad thing about this is the clear part of the case is a little scratched up. But it's a Gillette Fat Boy, the only one I own. And there's that. I'm going to have it on setting 5, if you can see that. And in there I have one of these. It's a new old stock Personna steel blade. Those came with the razor. I don't think they originally came with the razor, of course, but that was what was in there when I got it from a vendor on eBay. And I want to look at this. I think this may, yeah, this it's a, oh no, not a brand new blade. It's been used once. I've got a little dot on there that I put on there with a permanent marker to show me that it has been used once. So I'm going to go ahead and wet the razor. And here we go. This is for Russell. I usually like to joke around and do a little bit of comedy, and I'm not going to be completely dour, but kind of a serious shave because we want Russell to get well and get back to making some of our favorite soaps and other products, colognes, and he also, there for a while, was doing the Raven Works brushes, which I don't have one of those, but I'm sure they're very nice, if they're like anything else that he produces. And he also hones and sharpens, well, I guess that's kind of the same thing. He sharpens or hones straight razors and things like that, so. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we're hoping he should be fine, although it's my understanding that they had to put a stent in his chest. And that's not to worry necessarily. I mean, it is a serious thing, but I have a friend who years ago, back in the 90s or early 2000s, went through triple bypass heart surgery, and he's doing very well. So he treadmills every day to try to get some exercise and keep the old heart going well. Excuse me while I rinse the razor. Excuse me. Nice, comfortable shave, and it always does me well for some reason to use this little Vie-Long horsehair brush on these pucks of Wild West Shaving Company soaps. The two seem to go together. Wild West Shaving Company and a horsehair brush. It's like the brush knows, you know, that there will be horses involved. Or there were in the Wild West. But then, of course, Russell has done a lot of soaps that don't necessarily have a Wild West theme. They could, but gin and tonic, it's a little bit different. He's done some other things. But, yeah, I like these soaps. Let's see. Comfortable and nice. All right. Well, not much to tell around here except for the fact that we had a lot of snow and a lot of cold, and today the sun came out, and I hope that bodes well. We are supposed to get a lot of rain in the coming days, but I hope the temperature, well, I hope it becomes warmer. I don't know what it got up to today. It might have been about 40 Fahrenheit. Felt like it anyway. But that's the weather, and the weather we can't do anything about. But we can do things about other situations. I gave a little bit of money to, and I mean a very little bit, because I don't have a lot of money right now, but I gave what I could to Russell's fund for his medical bills on Facebook. And I linked a lot of my shaving buddies and even some of my other friends to that on Messenger. So anyone that knows Russell, or even if they don't know him, but are just feeling generous and kind, can donate anything they want to that fund. I think it's a minimum of $5 or something like that. Okay, excuse me, I'm going to have to get a drink of water, but pass number 1 is done. I'll be back for pass number 2, which will be across the grain, and I'll come back to you freshly lathered. Okay, it's time for the second pass across the grain here, and still going good, the shave is here. And I brought myself in my can of Pepsi to take a little drink here. I don't know if Pepsi is the best thing to clear your throat with, but well, hopefully it'll be of some utility to me. I kind of wish Pepsi still had the old bottle cap logo, but they've even taken the Pepsi off the logo and sort of stylized the logo there. That's neither here nor there, but just, I don't know. I'm old-fashioned. Maybe that's why I shave this way. I almost, well, I considered bringing out my Chevette, but I have a little trouble with that. And I've got a straight razor, but I really need to send it to Russell to have it honed when he gets well. This is going really nice, and the scent of the soap is very pleasant, and it's right where it should be, about a 3 out of 5 as far as scent strength. Makes the old necessity room smell good here, you know. And excuse me. Oops. Got drippy razor here. Had water dripping. I didn't shake it out well enough after I rinsed it. Boy. Yeah, this is a very nice soap. Don't want to take this soap or Russell for granted because, man, he makes nice soaps and nice products. Excuse me again. Oh, let's see. I had something in my mind, something I was debating over whether to talk about or not. It's one of those things that's part of life, but it's kind of embarrassing. I will maybe just allude to it. It has to do with, I guess, what Santa would call a naughty and nice list. And it seems like I always have this naughty list, so to speak. Usually over here anyway, here in the States, they got another name for it, but it's not appropriate for a family-friendly channel. So I'll just call it a naughty list. And it seems like every year, or well, just constantly, I have a naughty list, but my naughty list changed this year. It's got whole new people on it, I guess, so I don't know. I'll probably get in trouble for saying this too, but like our president, or maybe any politician, wouldn't have to be just our president. Yeah, I'm always either fighting with somebody or got somebody that's ticked off at me. Well, gonna break here, going to relather, come back to you for pass number 3, and that'll be against the grain. Okay, I'm back for that third pass against the grain. I might have said across the grain. I meant to say against the grain. I don't know what I said. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean, I think. Yeah. I hope I'm not being too quiet and too solemn, but when a friend gets infirmed in any way, it's never good news. But I think Russell's going to find he has a lot of people that have his back in this situation. And I'm sure he'll be all right. It's good to have friends. A little bit of audio feedback just right there. Oh, incidentally, I forgot to mention this. I dialed this down to number 3, and this time I actually did dial it down. One time I was using this, I dialed it up instead of down, but you may not be able to see that. But it's on the dot between 3 and 5 there. So I meant to say I dialed it down to number 4, not number 3. Anyway, I get a little goofy sometimes. Okay. For pickups or touch-ups or whatever you want to call it, I might dial it down to number 3. Not sure. Did I say? Anyway, I'm not sure what I said. I think I said 3 and meant to say 4 for this pass. I had been keeping this usually on a 5 for all 3 passes plus pickups, but I'm going to try dialing it down this time. And that soap is still smelling really nice. Excuse me. I tend to be more conversational usually, hence the name of this channel, but I guess I am feeling a little more serious than usual. I got a little weeper there, but I think that'll be okay. I'm not too worried about it. I don't know if these Personna blades are, well, they seem rougher than the Lab Blues or even the Med Preps. Sharp enough, but a little rough, and I don't know, excuse me, I don't know if that's because they're new old stock, as in old unused blades, or this one has only been used once before, but yeah, I did catch myself there. I imagine some cold water might seal that shut. All right, I'll break now. I'll come back lathered under the chin for pickups. Okay, it's pickup time. Oh, I was going to dial this down. I'll dial that down. Oops, dial it up. Well, I'm even looking at the wrong side of the razor. There, I got it where I want it. It's going to be on number 3 setting right now. So for the first 2 passes, I had it on setting 5. Then for the 3rd pass, I went to setting 4, and for pickups or touch-ups, I have it on setting 3. I have these trouble spots. You might be able to hear some audio feedback there. And even some that I didn't get here on my cheek, on the face there. Excuse me. Before I do a little feel around here, I'm going to reach over here and take another sip of Pepsi. The old throat's getting dry again. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's good for you, but it's good tasting. Well, let's see. I think this is going to end up being a 5 out of 5 shave. I do want to check this spot over here. Just a little bit more here. And I know I'm being a little more quiet than usual. I'm trying to be respectful for Russell and and the fact that he's been in some ill health suddenly because, I don't know. It didn't seem appropriate for me to do my usual yuck it up, clown around stuff. Well, that's probably enough. Well, I always find a little something else that seems like it can be done, but, excuse me again. That's real close to BBS. Well, I know part of this is because I tuned down the razor. But that's fine. It'll be fine. Good shave. Nice stuff. Nice soap. I'll be back to you. I'll rinse off, dry off. Even Mr. Towel is going to wish Russell Godspeed, good health. And yeah, I'll be back. And after that, we'll get into some recaps and finish up the shave here. Here's Mr. Towel, and we're going to use him to wipe off the face here. Let's see, where am I here? Oh yeah, okay. Yes, and even though he can't talk, Mr. Towel wishes Russell well. I don't know if anybody wants an anthropomorphic towel wishing them well, but yeah. Only here and perhaps on South Park. Okay, I'll put Mr. Towel back where he goes, and I'll commence with recaps and putting the finishing touches on the shave here. Alright, well, let's see. Beforehand and off camera, I prep my face with the Village Barber shaving oil. Alright. Well, I'll go ahead to the soap here. In honor of Russell Barton, I'm using one of his Wild West Shaving Company soaps today, the Gin Tonic variety. And my razor has been this Gillette Fat Boy adjustable, and in there on its on its second use, a Personna Stainless blade, a new old stock blade. Second use on that. My brush has been this Vie-Long horsehair brush with kind of a butterscotch handle there, and I had the soap in this little scuttle that I got from a vendor off, it was either Etsy or eBay. I think it might have been Etsy. Got this nice little scuttle there. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead. I think I covered everything. Well, one more thing, if it's important, the slightly damaged, that's how it came to me, case that the razor came in, and these blades, whoops, I'm dropping everything here. Those old Personna stainless blades came in one of these. So that hopefully will clear that up. Now I'm going to reach into magic cabinet number 2 and get some of the Humphreys unscented witch hazel. I'll use that today. I need to get some more of this. And I even need to get some more of the El Cheapo witch hazel that I got from a store here locally. Yes, sir. It's very nice. Very nice. I'll wipe my hands off here. Okay, I'm going to reach over here. I haven't used this in a while. I haven't used this since a previous incarnation of this channel, but it's the Prospectors aftershave. It's got a very light scent, which should not clash with the soap. There's the box it comes in, and I keep boxes, as I've said before, but there's the little bottle that comes in. So I'll set that box aside. I might shake this up just a little bit and uncap the bottle, decant the aftershave. I guess actually if you decant something, you're supposed to let it sit or pour it out entirely into some other container, but anyway. Oh, a little bit on the wrists, a little behind the ears, maybe on the temples, back there. Ooh, that's nice. I don't remember this being that nice. Still a fairly light scent. I'm kind of putting this all over, even though it's an aftershave, but very light, no sting. Very nice stuff. And I'll show you that again as I put the cap back on the bottle there. That's the Prospectors aftershave. Okay. Very nice. And again, it's not clashing with the soap. Finally, I'm going to finish up with some of this Nivea Men Original Replenishing Post-Shave Balm right there. Very nice shave. Yes, sir. I'll set that aside and get that going. I might even put a little bit of that on the wrists, although it doesn't have a lot of scent, but a little bit. And yeah, this Nivea Original Balm, it absorbs so well, and there's no parabens in it. So I can see why it's become kind of a go-to balm for a lot of people. Well, that's about it, folks. Again, Russell, if you see this, get well soon. Give to Russell's Fund if you can. If I am able to, I don't know if it'll let me do it. If it'll let me share this down below in the description, I will try to put a link to that Facebook fund for him. And yeah, that's about it. And if you need a link to that, and if I'm not able to put it below, send me a message somehow, and send me a message on Messenger, and I'll try to link you to that if I'm able. But that's it. Again, good luck, Russell. Get well soon. And everybody out there, take care. Russell and all y'all, peace to you.